They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining!
All NBA dynasties eventually come to an end. This fact has been inevitable for all of the greatest teams in the past. You can look at the Bill Russell Celtics in the 1950s, the Showtime Lakers in the 80s, Michael Jordan's Bulls in the 90s, the Kobe-Shaq Lakers in the early 2000s, and most recently, the Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, and Pop-led Spurs. In today's video, we'll take a look at the current NBA dynasty, the Golden State Warriors, the road to their dynasty, their downfall, and bounce back, and what they must do to prolong their reign as NBA Supreme. It all began on June 25th, 2009, when they drafted the one and only, the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA, none other than Wardell Stephen Curry with the 7th overall pick. But that's not all. The Warriors knew that to create a true dynasty, they needed more than just one superstar. So they continued to build their team through the draft, and boy did they hit the jackpot. They picked up Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, forming one of the most epic big three in NBA history. The Warriors' high-flying offense and suffocating defense, the very essence of their dynasty, are all thanks to this dynamic trio. With their powers combined, they created a basketball revolution that took the league by storm.
Young helping defensively. Curry lines it up and knocks it down!
The ascent of the Warriors' greatness started in the 2014-2015 season when Steve Kerr was brought in to replace Mark Jackson as the Warriors' head coach. Thanks to Kerr's magic touch, Curry snagged his first MVP trophy as he led the Warriors to a league-best 67-15 record in the regular season. In the playoffs, Kerr put together the Death Lineup. This legendary lineup, consisting of Curry, Thompson, Draymond, Harrison Barnes, and Andre Iguodala, was an absolute powerhouse. Not only were they a scoring machine that brought the best out of the Splash Brothers, but they could also shut down bigger teams with their switch-everything defense. The 2014-15 Warriors beat a prime LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games, winning their first championship in 40 years.
Of relieving the defensive pressure that the Warriors put on them.
They took that dominance into the next season as the Warriors started off blazing, winning their first 24 games, setting a new NBA record for the best start to a season. They annihilated their opponents for the remainder of the regular season, winning 73 games in total and breaking another record set by Jordan's Bulls. And let's not forget, for the second consecutive season, Steph won the regular season MVP award, this time becoming the first unanimous winner in NBA history. But the playoffs that year didn't quite go according to plan. The Warriors took a commanding 3-1 lead in the finals rematch against LeBron and the Cavs, but then disaster struck. Draymond got suspended for Game 5, and the Warriors lost the next 2 games. In the end, it was LeBron's clutch block and Kyrie Irving's ridiculous shot that ultimately led to an upset in Game 7, snatching the championship out from under the Warriors' noses. After the big 2016 NBA Finals meltdown, the architect of the entire dynasty, general manager and president Bob Myers, was somehow able to snatch one of the greatest scorers in NBA history, Kevin Durant, from the OKC Thunder. While this move was seen as a betrayal to many, this 2017 Warriors team did what everyone expected them to do, cruising through the regular season with another league-best 67-15 record, and faced off once again against the LeBron-led Cavs in the finals. KD won his first ring and NBA Finals MVP as they destroyed the Cavaliers in 5. In the 2017-2018 season, the Warriors added another championship to the cabinet, this time sweeping the Cavs in the 3rd straight rematch of the NBA Finals, with KD repeating as the Finals MVP once again. In 2018-19, the Warriors were once again the favorites to repeat as NBA champions, adding yet another former All-NBA big man DeMarcus Cousins to their lineup. Through the regular season and the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, the 2019 Warriors found their usual success. While they had been relatively healthy in years past, the injury bug finally hit them this year. KD suffered an injury in the 3rd round of the playoffs and was unable to suit up for the first 4 games of the finals against the Toronto Raptors. Down 3-1 on the road, Steve Kerr and the Warriors were hard-pressed to bring KD back. 11 minutes into the crucial Game 5, KD tore his Achilles.
And credit Serge Ibaka. There's the play right away. He knew it. You will not see a better sight than we just witnessed.
Despite the massive blow, the Warriors were still able to win this game, sending the series back to Golden State for Game 6. In Game 6, the Warriors were dealt another crippling blow, with Klay tearing his ACL in the 3rd quarter. These 2 injuries to KD and Klay were too devastating, and the Raptors eventually won the 2019 championship, bringing an end to version 2.0 of the Warriors dynasty. After the crushing finals defeat, KD left for the Brooklyn Nets, and Klay found himself sidelined for 2 whole years due to his injuries. The Warriors, meanwhile, were struggling to keep their heads above water, missing the playoffs not once, but twice, and racking up some seriously disappointing records of 15-50 and 39-33. But hold on just a minute, because this is where the story gets really interesting. Despite what the rest of the world might have thought, the Warriors' core of Curry, Klay, Draymond, Steve Kerr, and Bob Myers refused to give up on their dreams. They knew they had what it takes to rise to the top once again, and they were determined to make that happen. Bob Myers was able to revamp the Warriors, bringing in former #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins and drafting young gun Jordan Poole. With a full healthy lineup of the Big Three and the additions of Wiggins and Poole, the 2021-2022 Warriors shocked the world by once again returning to the NBA Finals and defeating the Boston Celtics. In the same process, Steph captured his first NBA Finals MVP award, silencing his critics on his ability to deliver in the playoffs.
The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award goes to Stephen Curry.
Fast forward to the 2023 playoffs, the Steph-led Warriors are once again in contention. But this year, things are a little different. The season started off with Draymond punching his own rising star teammate Jordan Poole in practice. Rumors were that Jordan Poole said Draymond wasn't worth the money. Next, we got key players like Wiggins, Steph, Klay, and Draymond, all missing extended time due to personal reasons and various injuries. At one point, it looked like the defending champs might not even make the playoffs. Regardless of what happens in this year's postseason, the Warriors will have crucial decisions to make. Draymond and Klay are due for some serious cash in the next couple of years, but are they worth the money at this point in their careers? With Steph locked up and the new core of Wiggins and Poole re-signed, the Warriors can't afford to keep either Draymond or Klay at max value. The key question is, will these two aging franchise cornerstones make the sacrifice in order to keep the team together? The Warriors' Big Three have shown that they're willing to make sacrifices for the greater good.
It's a great feeling, and like you said, to still be riding the same train on the guys that you rode in with and doing it, there's no better feeling. It's a rare thing, and we want to keep this going as long as we can.
All of them have willingly come off the bench when asked. The Warriors will have to copy the Spurs playbook, as the Big Three in San Antonio of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili all took less money in order to win the championship together one more time in 2014. Team president and general manager Bob Myers will also have to be re-signed and should get an offer from the Warriors. Based on the dynasty that he's been able to build, team owners cannot ask for more. As they've shown in the past, Warriors management and front office should be able to figure it out. So, is this the end of the Warriors dynasty? If they're indeed able to re-sign Draymond and Klay at a discount, bring in some additional youthful role players, and continue to develop their new young core of Wiggins, Poole, and Jonathan Kuminga, they may just be able to extend the Steph-led dynasty into the twilight of their careers. The journey will be tough, but the Warriors certainly have what it takes to rise up to the challenge once again.
Behind the back, fires a three. Oh, he puts it in!